Hi, and welcome to the Galactic Garden. If this is your first time here, and for those of you who are returning, welcome back. So, we're going to start with some keywords that I heard. And I heard the storm is over now. I kept hearing that little bit about that R. Kelly song, Storm is over now. Yeah, so the storm is over for some of you. And it's like, now that it's over, how are you building a firm foundation? For some of you, I heard strongholds are being pulled down. So this is something that some of you have been dealing with for quite some time. But it's coming to an end. This could be energetically for a lot of you. For some of you, this actually happened in your world, in the 3D, and you have seen effects of certain doors that have been plaguing you closing, certain towers that have been erected for far too long are coming down. This has even happened globally. Certain people that have been in positions are now being removed. I saw this happening on multiple dimensions in multiple ways. The storm is over now. Towers or certain things are being broken down. Certain strongholds are being released from a lot of you. So after the storm is over, if you think of a hurricane or you think of a tsunami, whatever, things have to be built up after. So in this process of building, let me find somewhere. In the process of building, how do you build a firmer foundation now? Because some of you, I'm getting, you've been going through some of these things for so long, it became a part of not who you are, but you learn to maneuver around it. So what does that look like? Let's say you had an illness, and that illness has been something you've had to deal with, like you had doctor's appointments and you had to go to those doctor's appointments once a month. Well, that was something that was regularly scheduled. It had become a part of you, a part of what you do. And now that is no longer a stronghold or something you have to deal with. Like some of you have received healing, some of you have had projects you've been working on be stagnant, and now anything that's been stopping it is being removed, whether that be in finances, whether that be in resources, finding the right people, things of that sort. After you've come out of these strongholds, after you've overcome surviving the storm, what now? How do you build a firmer foundation? How do you move forward in a with this new beginning? For some of you, it is a new beginning. For others of you, it's a continuation, but in a better way. Okay? So today, as you read the title, we'll be seeking insight on, now that the storm is over, now that it's time to proceed further. Some of you feel, I'm getting that, okay, great, thank you, the storm is over. Now how do I build a firm foundation? How do I move forward? I've been dealing with this for so long, or this has been such a part of my energetic field. How do I now move past that and step into this new fresh energy? How do I set this firm foundation is what is being sought after. And so today's messages will give you that insight or assist you in setting a firm foundation. And this is for the positive. If you're thinking of how to set a foundation to hurt somebody or do something negative, this definitely isn't your message. This is for those who have been going through it for whatever reason or another. And now you've come out of that. You're recognizing it. Even if it doesn't look like it in front of you, you can feel it in your spirit. You can feel it energetically. So now that these storms are over, these towers have been pulled down, you overcoming these strongholds. Now what? How do you build this firm foundation? Okay? So let's find out some guidance for you, some insight. May I have 3 cards, please? Turn that right side up. As to how the collective may build a firmer foundation. Thank you. Now that these storms are over, all of those, I asked, okay, so I'm going to do the same for the others. May I have, I guess that was 5. What messages for group, thank you, group number 2, about how to build a firmer foundation. 4, 5. And group number 3, please. Thank you. Thank you. And one more. Thank you. Okay. So now that we have all of your cards out, group number 1, you chose the warrior with be fearless and stand strong. Group number 2, you have the direction guardian with choose your path. And group number 3, your key card that you chose is the water guardian with connect with your emotions. Okay, so we're gonna go right into the messages. That's 3 and that's 2. So group number 1, starting right out, you have the warrior with be fearless and stand strong. You also have creativity. Your high vibe card says heart love. We'll read that shortly. You have love and compassion. You have shapeshifter. And then take note also, so this could be in many areas of life for you. This could be in a business. This could be in relationship. This could be in family. This could be in health. You use your intuition to help you decipher which area of your life have these strongholds been pulled down in. Which area of your life that, yeah, some towers may have fallen down, but now you're building your firmer foundation. Okay, we have compassion, we have learn from your mistakes, you're never alone, new beginnings, talking smack, miracles, and challenges. Okay, so I'm gonna put that there. And then for your tarot, we have, can we see the bottom? You have the Judgment card, the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the Hermit, and the 3 of Wands. So group number 1, I'm getting, definitely from looking at your cards, you guys felt like you were standing alone. That was one of the towers. For a lot of you, this is in love with the 3 of Swords here. But that's over, right? The storm is over, and you see that because you have these new beginnings here. But with these new beginnings, it feels like unknown territory for you. Or you're like, how can I start fresh now? I trusted these people, or I gave my heart, and it didn't work out, is what I'm hearing. But you're learning from these mistakes, group number 1. And whether you feel like you're alone or no one's in your corner, the divine is saying you are never alone. Watch what you're saying to yourself, because those same things you're saying to yourself, you will project on others. Okay, so you've had some challenges when it comes to love, I'm getting for this group. And for this group, you possibly don't even want to attempt this thing again. But the divine is saying, be fearless and stand strong, because you have to make this decision about how to shift your perspective about having connections with others. Okay, so you've been hurt in the past, but there's still these opportunities here. The world is open to you. There's a million billion people, a ton of people in the world. And okay, so you've had some incidents with one, two, three, 10, I don't know. But what can you learn from the things that have gone wrong, from the mistakes you feel like you've made when it comes to love for some of you? Take time with yourself and go within about these lessons. Take time to yourself and tap into your loving and your compassionate way. Don't let yourself cut off the love because you feel like your heart is bleeding. Wait, isn't that a song? I heard some of you feel like you're on the battlefield of love, and love doesn't have to be a battle. And even if it is, you be that warrior, group number one, that can stand fearless and strong, knowing that love is possible. If you didn't find it on one shoreline, then there is the opportunity for a ship to come in from another shoreline for some of you, right? So don't let your creative way of giving love be stifled because of something that's happened in the past. Let's find out about these challenges that have come up for you, group number one, because you have these new beginnings that are here for you. Okay, so some things went wrong. What do you see now that those towers are falling? Now that the storm is over, there's this chance for you to creatively step into a way to demonstrate your love language for some of you, to demonstrate actively sharing and living in a love vibration. It is possible. And some of you don't think that it's possible. You feel like it's going to take a miracle. I just heard that song. Yes, it's going to take a miracle. It just might take a miracle. But guess what, group number one? Miracles are possible. If you don't believe that they are, maybe that's something you need to sit with yourself with and connect with the divine and ask them, show me the miracle. Show me that it is possible in this world, in this here and now, for me to actually receive love. How can I bring life back into me feeling love, giving love, knowing that I'm not alone? How do I start in this new beginning? Let's find out, group number one. What are these challenges? Thank you. Yeah. The challenge is that you feel rejected, you felt left out in the cold, and you don't want to feel like that anymore. So how do we start to not feel like that, group number one? Starts with the talking smack. Let's find out why talking. Oh, you know what? That was upside down. I had the day, but I knew that's what it was. You don't want to feel rejected or left out in the cold, or you've been feeling that. And I'm getting like your heart feels cold, or you're feeling cold-hearted. Some of you felt like you were wearing your heart on your sleeve. And you feel like that got you nowhere. But you have compassion here twice, group number one. So don't let feeling left out in the cold or feeling rejected make your heart cold. That's your challenge that you're having to overcome now that all of these storms have passed, and those strongholds, those foundations that were not built stably are gone. Tell me why now the talking smack card is here for group number 1. What do they need to know about talking smack? Because I know intuitively you're speaking negatively to yourself and you don't even know possibly that you're doing that. Yeah. The words you're saying to yourself about relationships, about being in a relationship, about how to keep love and compassion, it's not helping you right now, group number 1. You got to check your thoughts, check your words. Know that it is possible. Learn from these mistakes. Don't feel tied to the things you did in the past. That chain that you feel tied to, it's not actually tightly connected to you. You can literally lift that off and move forward. But it's going to take you being fearless and strong. It's going to take you still standing. And being fearless and strong doesn't mean you have to break others down with your words because you've been hurt. It means you having this energy of compassion, knowing that it's okay to have made mistakes in love. That doesn't have to stop you, doesn't have to close the door. It's still available for you. Look out into the world and have your heart be open to receiving that vibration from others. You don't have to close off your heart. Some things did hurt. You did make some mistakes, or some mistakes were made within certain relationships that you had with others. Okay, but that storm is over now, group number 1. Now, how are we moving forward? Ask yourself that. Sit with yourself on that. How can you still have that energy of compassion and love if you felt like you've never... Oh, wow. Okay. Some of you, this has been since you were a child. Some of you, some of you have not felt compassion or love since you were a child. This has been your hurdle. And because you have not received that or even had it be something of a foundation for you, you don't even know how to build that foundation. But group number 1, you're being encouraged to know that you're not alone. So tap into the energy of the divine, of knowing that miracles are possible. And that you will be able to find those that have compassion for you. Those that you can show compassion with. I'm getting for this group, some of you have had to be so strong since you were a child. Like you didn't even get to have a childhood. And that's been a part of the problem of you being able to show love and compassion, because you've never felt like, for whatever reason, that you received it. And so you've always kind of felt alone in this world, group number 1. But you guys are touching some space inside of me. Wow. But group number 1, know that now that you recognize those things, those patterns that have come up, you can release that now, and you have a new beginning here. And this new beginning, if you open yourself up to it, can feel absolutely miraculous, where you connect with others that have compassion. Some of those people you'll be connecting to have been through some of these same things, and it will not be like you're connecting on a trauma bond type of scenario. It's more of you stepping into the light, tapping into your heart, and allowing your heart to be open, to not feel broken, to not always feel that you have to have your guard up against people, to not always feel like you're alone, because that's been your challenge. So group number 1, I'm getting more than anything that maybe you guys want to find a creative way to allow this energy to flow from you. A lot of you, this is affecting your sacral chakra. So for some of you, this is happening Wow. Okay, this is going to take another turn. This is another group of you. This could be the same group of you. With this affecting your sacral chakra, some of you use sex, intimacy as a way to connect, but you've been doing it kind of in an empty way. That's been the challenge. I'm hearing like it hasn't necessarily been a loving vibration for some of you. It's been more in a lustful way, and that's why it's affecting your sacral chakra. But find more creative ways to release your energy for some of you, like not just through intimacy. I'm not saying don't be intimate, but you want to find a balanced way to enter into intimate relationships with others. Not so much in a lustful way, in a more loving way. And it's a challenge for a lot of you because if you, everything you see around you with porn being so readily available and people saying things like the easiest way to get over one is to get under another, I just heard for some of you, you're now wanting to heal that and let that challenge go. You have a new beginning now that you're recognizing these strongholds being pulled down, now that you're recognizing these towers coming down, now that this storm is over, group number one. You can move in a more healthier way. You can find a creative way to express yourself intimately, to express yourself creatively, to express your sexuality for some of you, to express love and compassion, to receive love and compassion. You're not alone. Maybe the way you've been seeking it hasn't been the best way. What can you learn from those scenarios and how can you move forward? You can move forward, group number one. Two of Wands, going within to the Three of Wands, where you can allow that energy of love and compassion to not close off your heart. See the little light? It's a little spark of a light that's coming forth, but allow that light to come forth. Even this hermit here has that light that's guiding you and protecting you, showing you your path to this new beginning. You're not sure about how to do it, but there is a light that will light your way. Watch what you say to yourself, group number one. And if someone else is telling you things that you know aren't benefiting you, you can feel it in your body. Don't let them talk smack to you either, because that's not helping either. Okay? Let's end on a higher vibration. You have the heart love card here, and it says, feel and receive warm energy in your heart. Say the words, I love you. Start with saying it to yourself. If you need to use a mirror, group number one, to say this to yourself. And imagine those words going to the back of your heart, just between your shoulder blades, filling you up. This is the purest act of self-love. Check your self-talk. This is one way when you start to feel those negative words come into your mind, like you'll never find love. Check that and say, I am love. I deserve love. I receive love. I give love. I am love. I'm worthy of love. Love is available to me. Love comes to me easily and effortlessly. I love myself. I love myself. Say that to yourself, group number one, and feel that resonate within you. And the more you start to love yourself and build on that energy of loving yourself, you then allow the doors of your heart to be open for someone else to step into your love vibration, where you can give and receive love. And it won't be like, I'm always giving, or the other person always giving, always giving. You'll find that balance and that equilibrium where you're able to give and receive love, where you're able to give and receive compassion. If you never thought it was possible, group number 1, know that miracles do happen. Okay? Thank you for that reading. Thank you for joining me. You can overcome these challenges, group number 1. Just know that it's possible. As you set your firm foundation in love, may that message assist you in whatever way possible. Wow, that was deep. Group number 2. You chose the direction, guardian. With choose your path, you also have divine wisdom. Your high vibe card is everyday meditation. We'll read that shortly. You have summer solstice. Aren't we in the energy of the summer solstice right now? I'm not sure. Today's June 29th. Summer solstice with radiance. You have the rattle with disperse. You have trust. Choose love over fear. You have patience. You have wrecking ball. You have portal with infinite mind, awakening consciousness. Okay, and we're all about that awakening, expanding the consciousness here. And you have soul awakening. And your tarot is the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Nine of Cups, the Hangman, and the Seven of Pentacles. So group number 2, now that the wrecking ball has come through, meaning the tower has fallen, the storms have come through, and you're building a firm foundation, you'll need to disperse any negative energy that's around you. And this could be fear of stepping out, fear of which path do I choose? How do I know which path to trust? You're being encouraged to have patience. It doesn't seem like you'll be able to move forward, or you haven't felt like you'll be able to move forward, group number 1. But I'm hearing as you choose your path and you move towards it slowly but surely, it will open up for you. For a lot of you, you feel like things have been moving too slowly. And that's why, with you building this firm foundation, and that's why you're being encouraged to build your patience. You feel like you can't see the pathway forward, but the sun is shining here. For some of you, this will be happening around the time of the summer solstice. For others of you, it's just moving slowly on your path, but you felt like you couldn't see the way forward. But that's coming to an end. You have card number 18. That totals 9. So as this is coming to an end, as the last of the storm is passing over, as the wrecking ball, the last of the wreckage is falling down, you have this new beginning that's happening. You're not exactly sure, though. I see it's foggy. Like you're like, I don't know. And you have this energy of fear a little bit. So you're wanting to disperse that energy. I'm going to assist you with that. That's the energy of dispersing that fear. Choose your path, group number 2. Set the foundation. Use your intuition about which path is coming for you. You guys will know because you're tapping into divine wisdom. 36, 369 for some of you, 9 and 9, 99 is very significant. Paths of Wrecking ball storms coming to an end. It is closing. You have this new beginning. Card number 1 here. There are portals opening up for you. Portals, group number 2, of divine wisdom. Portals that you can trust your intuition. Portals that will allow you to receive what you want. Take your time. Be patient. Allow this divine wisdom, this divine insight to come in. And then you'll know where to invest your energy. But don't move in a fearful way. Choose the love over the fear. Choose to allow the love within you to radiate forth. That's what will illuminate your path. That's also what's allowing your soul awakening to happen for you. A lot of you also have divine guidance coming forth in the form of receiving the essence, meaning, okay, so like you see the direction guardian card here. On your path, you'll have allies that will be giving you divine wisdom, divine insight. Some of you, you'll see certain animals, you'll see certain, yeah, when you see the animals, you'll feel that essence and you'll know. So what do I mean by that? Like, let's say you're on your path, right? And you're like, okay, I've chose my path. I'm setting the foundation, but divine, I'm not sure what the next step is. Some of you will see the lion, and that'll show you that you need to have strength and just take the next step. Some of you will see the eagle, and that'll be like, oh, I need to see it from a higher perspective. Some of you will see, you know what I mean? There'll be things, signs, synchronicities that will come up that will radiate to you. Okay, great, you're on the path. This is the next step if you're not sure about it. And don't feel like you have to rush into anything. Group number 2, it's okay for you to be patient and connect with your intuition. Hangman style, high priestess, that's going within and allowing the radiance of the wisdom within you to come forth. And when you can't feel, when you feel like you can't see your way forth to which portal to step into, as your consciousness is awakening, you'll know it will be radiated to you. Look for the signs, look for the synchronicities. And when you feel like you can't, you have the everyday meditation card here. Let the meditation, hangman, he's hanging around to receive this divine wisdom, to illuminate which path or what is the next step on the path. Which portal am I walking through? Which one has this awakening of consciousness? Which one has this soul awakening also for me, is what I'm getting for you, group number 2. It says everyday meditation. The distance between a frantic, out-of-body state and a calm, grounded state is closer than you think. Center yourself. It takes but seconds to find serenity, and patiently honor even the smallest amount of silence. The smallest amount of silence. Some of you may want to sit near a tree and receive that divine wisdom coming in from them. To just sit in silence in nature, even if it's for 5 minutes on your break time while you're working through the day. When you go out and you take that 5 minutes, longer for some of you, of silence to yourself, it will allow you to trust. It'll allow you to strengthen that connection of trust in your intuition. Okay? So you also have, it says, for example, the next time you feel impatient, see, we talked about that patience again. At a traffic light or at line in the grocery store, it says pause. Feel the bottom of your seat. Feel your bottom on the seat of your car, or feel your feet on the ground. and breathe. You have nowhere to go. So take a minute to yourself. You will be calmer and more present. So, group number 2, what I'm getting for you guys is that there's a lot going on around you. And it feels like there's a lot of things moving, a lot of pieces, a lot of activity, a lot of energy. And you're going to need to take a minute to yourself before you jump into things. You want to connect with your intuition, even if it's only a minute a day where you can step out and take that deep breath, because you want to be in a firmer foundation. You don't want to build it to where something is going to come and knock it down again. So have the patience that you need to connect with divine wisdom. Have the patience you need to be able to choose the path that you wish to endeavor upon. Have the patience to allow the radiance of the wisdom you have inside of you going within, connecting with your divine wisdom, allowing your divine insight to connect with the cosmos, with source energy, to where these portals can open up for you. Portals that will allow secrets, divine insight, divine wisdom, secrets about how to take that next step on your path, secrets about energetic portals that are opening up all around you. Portals that are beneficial, that allow your soul radiance to come forth. Portals that allow you to have a soul awakening. I'm hearing elevation, elevating, your consciousness expanding, your infinite mind expanding. But with all the hustle and bustle of the day-to-day, group number 2, you'll need to find some time within those days, every day, to tap in through meditation or just taking some time to take some deep breaths. As you're listening to this reading, let's do it now, group number 2. That's deep breath in. Come on. And then just slowly let it out. And something else, when you're doing that, group number 2, see if you can take a moment to close your eyes, because there's something about being able to take a deep breath. Yes, when your eyes are open, you're still in beta, so you're still focusing on the outside world. But as you close your eyes, now don't do this while you're driving in traffic, okay? Maybe when you're at the stoplight, but take a minute to close your eyes, because that allows you, even in that brief 5-10 minutes that you have, to tap into that alpha frequency. And the alpha frequency is just where you're hitting that that meditative state. Okay, we've talked about it on the channel. We'll talk about it even more, because that's where you allow this awakening of consciousness. You're going into a deeper, healthier state of mind, and that allows this radiance of this divine wisdom to come forth for you. Okay, so yeah, take your few minutes, go out, take a deep breath, but maybe when you're taking that breath, you just close your eyes for a moment so that you can actually allow yourself to tap into that energy deeper. Okay, that's been your reading, group number 2. Thank you for joining me. Okay. And last but definitely not least, group number 3. Let's find out how you're building these firmer foundations, okay? So you have the Water Guardian. You also have Inner Strength. Your high vibe card says Inputs. You have, that's a hell of a storm, a tsunami with a wake-up call. You have North with Solitude. You have Self-Love. You have Possess Confidence. You have Patience is a Virtue. I just heard somebody suck their teeth on that. Like, I'm tired of hearing about patience. Stop that, group number 3. Manifesting dreams. Hairball. Interesting. Okay. Harvest with gathering blessings. Card number 44. River of blessings, releasing constraints. Hostilities with conflict and unrest. And retreat. Okay. Okay. And your tarot cards are, I think I'm going to do this one here. Right, can you see that? Yeah. Your tarot cards are the Four of Cups, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Swords, the Lovers, the Six of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Fool. Okay, well, group number 3, I see that there are some hostilities and conflict, unrest about your new foundation, and you guys went through a whole tsunami. Like, not only do you have to build a sorry, not only do you have to build a whole firmer foundation, you might have to build a whole city. Okay, so you first and foremost have to release any constraints. There is some conflict, there is some unrest, there are some hostilities, right? But and some of you felt like these hostilities are choking you out. Like you have the hairball here. Hairball makes me think of with a cat. Some of you may be, oh, and you got a cat right here too, a panther. So some of you may be connected with the Basset and segment energies. Lions are your totem animal. But the hairball card here speaks of when a cat, when they lick themselves, they get these hairballs, and sometimes you can choke. They choke. They have to cough up these hairballs. And so, group number 3, you guys are coughing up the hairballs. That's for somebody. I don't know. And in the process, you're going to need to connect with your emotions. A lot of you have felt like there's been so many tsunamis that have come through. You're closing off your heart. You don't want to connect with your emotions because for some of you, you feel emotions so deeply. So much so that you have to find yourself often in solitude. If you haven't, then you're being encouraged to take some time in solitude. You have the retreat card here, which is also about solitude. Some of you may want to actually take a retreat, go on a healing retreat. Some of you are building retreats even to show others how to connect with their emotions, to show others how to connect with their self-love. But it's been conflict around it. And you're trying to figure out how to step into this river of blessings so that not only where you feel blessed and tapping into your inner strength, how do you now share that with others? But first and foremost, group number 3, you got to make sure your emotions are in check and you have your self-love on deck. And you're possessing the self-confidence to be able to bring this forth. You're wanting to set forth a firm foundation, but you're not sure how to go around it. And that's because there has been some conflict and unrest. Let's find out about the hairball and the conflict and unrest. Maybe I can assist you in that so that you can manifest these dreams that you have at this time. Tell me, please, about these hostility And these hostilities are keeping you from building a firmer foundation. What is this conflict and this unrest? For group number 3, thank you. Okay, oh, and then that wanted to come out too. Okay, did you see that? Maybe you didn't. Okay, well, the conflict is you felt like you couldn't really see your way forward. You couldn't decide or make a decision. And you were, some of you, okay, this is happening in many ways. For some of you, this is work. Some of you were working 2 jobs, or you were, I'm hearing like working a job and then pursuing your own entrepreneurial things. And there were a lot of decisions to make. You weren't able to necessarily make all of the decisions, but that cycle of not being able to see clearly is coming to an end. It is ending. The conflict is over. The unrest is over. You got to know that it's over. The hairballs are over. Group number 3, you've caught them up and you're ready to move forward. If you're not, then it is vital that you take time to self. Take time. If you need to go on a small retreat, you do that. But this is about going within with self, going within to tap into your inner strength, to tap into your confidence. This inner strength is the solar plexus chakra. And that is about confidence. And then you have the possessed self-confidence here. So you guys are not feeling very self-confident about building this firm foundation. You're like, how? And you're not trusting yourself. But I'm seeing that it is time for you to start gathering your blessings here. You will, as long as you're, group number 3, as long as you're tapping into your self-love, you'll be able to call forth this firmer foundation for yourself. For this group, self-love first and foremost. Your confidence has to be there. If you're not confident and your emotions are feeling like you can't do this, or you're not worthy of this, or you're, whatever it be, in business, love, whatever, if you're not feeling that you're worthy of this, then, and you're not tapping into your inner strength, then that's the energy you're putting out. And so what you'll get back are people that want to go in business with you that aren't sure about your abilities, or people that want relationships with you that aren't as self-confident in themselves either. And that will put this conflict of you manifesting your dreams. But it's time for you to wake up to the fact that the storms are over. If you're not sure that they're over, you need to go within and then be patient as you're building this firmer foundation for yourself, group number 1. You're going to have to, and you have the ability. You see, you'll be able to find others that are going to be able to help you. And in return, you'll be able to help them. It'll be reciprocity. You do have the tools to create this. Yes, you're going to have to leap off the cliff. It may not feel like something that you're sure you want to do, but release that constraint, knowing that once you do step forward on your path, along this path, you will be able to gather the blessings. You will reap your harvest. You will be able to manifest these dreams. You will be able to find your stability. You have gathering of blessings, and then you have a river of blessings. So that's like blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on top of blessings. Blessings flowing through water of your emotions. Blessings flowing through the earth with abundance. Blessings on blessings. Heart blessings. Assistance, meaning mentors, guides for some of you. Those that have already manifested the dreams that you're seeking to manifest, group number 3, you'll be coming into them. But, here's that but. Where's your self-confidence, group number 3? Where's your self-love? Gauge that. Where are you? What are you saying to yourself? Are you feeling worthy of these blessings that are coming forth? Do you know that you're worthy of these blessings that are coming forth? Yeah, you've had some hairballs you've had to cough up. Yeah, there's been some conflict, some hostility, some unrest. But are you going within, group number 3? Are you tapping into this inner strength? Are you connecting with your emotions? Because your emotions are that energy that's in motion. So what energy are you putting in motion? Is it fear? Is it that you don't deserve this? Is it that you need to hurry? Oh, some of y'all feel like, I'm not laughing, some of y'all feel like you're getting older and it's like, it hasn't happened now. When is it ever going to happen? And the divine is saying, you have everything you need to manifest these dreams. Keep building. You see this card? It has a beaver there. The beavers aren't worrying about time. They know intuitively to keep building on their path. So you keep building. That's your wake-up call here, group number 3. Tap into your inner strength and your self-confidence, knowing that these blessings are here, available, and possible for you. And it's blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. And they'll pile up for you. As long as you know you're worthy of them, and as long as you're setting that energy in motion of loving yourself, because you love yourself first, and then another will come in to love you. A group, I'm hearing. Those that have already manifested the dreams that you want, group number 3, they're here and available for you, wanting to connect with you. But are you open to the connections? If you're not sure who and how to connect with, go into solitude, go within self. Take that retreat for those of you who that is a word for. Release those constraints, release the hostility, cough those hairballs up, and then step forward. Take that leap of faith on your path. You do have what it takes to call forth love, business, prosperity, abundance, good vibes, self-love, self-respect, respect of others, inner strength, self-confidence. All of those blessings on blessings are available for you. Okay, group number 3. So look, you have the inputs card here. It says, choose to consume TV, books, and podcasts that elevate, encourage, and raise your vibration. Which ones do that? Recognize high vibe inputs by how they make you feel. This is where you're connecting with your emotions and you're tapping into your emotions. Recognize high vibe inputs by how they make you feel when you preview each, when you watch them or listen to them. I.e., when you read the back of a novel or a podcast description, listen to and read things that make you laugh or feel hopeful, that make you feel inspired, that make you feel silly, or even curious. You get the picture, group number 3. What goes in is what comes out. So that energy you allow to come in, if it's angry or negative or doubting, like it's doubt, putting self-doubt, because there's some people that are just set up to make you doubt your own self, your self-confidence. But you would have to tap into your inner strength. And the things that you're listening to, do they make you feel powerful on the inside? Because those things are going into your portals, your ear gates, your eye gates, you know? And so what you're taking in, group number 2, does it make you feel strong, strengthened, or is it something that's actually lowering your vibration? Are the things, the podcasts, the YouTube videos, are they invoking self-confidence in you, or is it tearing you down? That's a wake-up call, because those things that you listen to can cause this conflict around you manifesting your dreams. What goes in is what you get out. So put that self-confidence in your cup as you're tapping into your emotions. And you got wings to fly. Those are pretty. Connect with your emotions. Group number 3. Remembering patience is a virtue, whether you believe it is or not. It's a virtue. Go ahead, tap into your self-confidence and your self-love so that these blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings can rain down on you as you tap into your inner strength. Can flow all around you also, so that those blessings can take you over like a big tsunami. Okay? Group number 3, that has been your message. Thank you for joining me. Tonae Star here in the Galactic Garden, where there is an ever expanding consciousness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you made it this far in the video, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe so that we can all continue to receive these blessings on blessings in a tsunami type form overflowing over us. Thank you for joining me once again.